Hi everyone, Andre here at AVF and TriLife Plus. I had a recent client that came in with a little bit of a upper cross syndrome and some tightness in his anterior chain, and you could really see that when he's trying to pull up, he's getting a nice little pull, so he's not getting that flexibility that he needs, and he has a tendency, we always think that it's necessarily rotated, it's this connected to the rotator cuff, but sometimes not necessarily. So I really saw that he had pec minor issues, pec major, and actually the bicep was really tight, probably compensating due to either lack of strain or a pull that he could have had into his back. So this is a couple of exercises to help you out and work on getting that posterior chain to fire up a little bit more and to release a little bit of tension into that anterior chain, okay? But again, don't do these exercises if you're not too sure what you have or you haven't contacted me to make sure that these exercises might be good for you, right? So make sure always to contact your doctor before doing any exercises, okay, of the sort. So the first one, we did do a little bit of ART to release a little bit of the tension into the bicep, and then we went into what we call the pitcher stretch, right? So when we do the pitcher stretches, we open up and then we create that rotation by keeping that palm straight up, right? And rotating out just like that, right? So palm up, pushing down, and really try to external rotate that humerus, right? And then your next one is palm up, like this, and then you're creating that rotation again. So see that big rotation. A lot of people get that tightness because they can't get that flexibility into the joint, right? So palm up and then really nice rotation out just like that. So that's the pitcher stretch that I would like you guys to work on. And then again, your TYWs, those are a go-to, right, to make sure that you get that nice rotation backward, that you're doing it standing or into a lunge position here. Again, could be great, but preferably when time comes and you have that strength and resistance, you can actually do them on the ground or into a bent over position. So again, your T's, your Y's, and your W's, okay? Next big one here is actually getting into proper posture, right? So your elevation, retraction, depression. Before any exercise is done, we have a tendency to either not set up properly, so we're kind of compounded inside. So we want to work on making sure we have that proper posture. So into the elevation, so it's elevation to the ears, retraction back, and then dropping those shoulders back, and that gets you right set up. And then you can pretty much do any exercise you do. So any machine you set up on, or any exercise you're going to, that it's a bicep curl, bench press, anything, you really want to work on that elevation, retraction, depression to set that spine up properly to get to that exercise, okay? So again, elevation, retraction, depression, and that can be just an exercise on its own, practicing that posture, okay? On the next one, I did forget about one thing on the pitcher stretch. So you can also use a bench, palm down, and then work on that rotation, right? Opening it up and then coming down. Don't try to put too much pressure on there, just enough that the palm is nice and high and that you're creating that rotation out, okay? All right, so next one, again, I'm doing these in a lunge position because standing, again, my head gets cut off and I want to make sure you guys see this. So next one here is external rotation. Again, going into, right, proper posture here, elevation, retraction, depression, and then you're going to pull that elastic out, keeping the elbows in. So we want to make sure we're not swinging away and we're keeping nice and tight, right? And then we're doing that external rotation, just like that. Good? Perfect. Nice. Last one here can be done with resistance or without. I'm going to show you without, which obviously you can imagine me with some dumbbells. It's all up to you. So going into, again, your retraction, but this time here you're going to have the chest slightly off the ground, head still in a neutral spine, and you're going to work on that retraction by lifting the hands up, straight up just like that, and then right back down. So if you got some good resistance, that'll activate the lats, right? In for a supraspinatus, make sure that's nice and tight, back in control, just kiss the ground and come right back up again. Nice tightness there, and then down, right? And the last one, which I've shown you guys again, is your lat pull down, so that you start from either a prone position, right? Pulling down that elastic band and really retracting back, so finishing into what we literally just did, right? Pushing back, or you can have the cables down here and do it this way, just like that. So it's either a bar, you can use an elastic band, TheraBand, whatever will work for you, the resistance that you can use to make sure that you're practicing on getting the proper posture and activation in those muscles. So again, you're not necessarily going into strength training building, you're really just sending the proper messages to get your back fired up before your workout. Okay? So I hope that helped out. If you have any questions, again, you guys know where to reach me. Thank you very much.